What's love to a guy with a bag? What's heart to a guy with some cash? What's pain to a guy that's mad? Said. What's broke to a guy with a mask? What's both to a guy with a plan? I just wanna kick it, that's all I ask. Like, let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain. Hey, can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it?
And we find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Chicago Bears and the Minnesota Vikings. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. First carry for the shifty Tariq Cohen. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Now Cohen. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play.
They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
First down, a run with Cohen. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Yannick Ngakoue in on the stop. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
It seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Jones. Open man, Taylor Gabriel. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line.
Complete to Taylor Gabriel.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jones. And he fires Here's one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And a great return here gets this one all the way down the 26-yard line. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Dalvin Cook.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
First down, going to the air with Love. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Vikings have taken a first-quarter lead. Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point.
The catch and the touchdown, they were the end result of a terrific route run by the receiver.
Makes the score Vikings 7, Bears nothing. Dustin Hopkins.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And this carries into the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Run on 2nd down with Cohen. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, running with Cohen. And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
4th and short, partner. I mean, this would be a really risky call. Here we are in the first quarter.
On your own side of the field.
Own side of the field. But, boy, what a tone setter that would be to go for it and get it, wouldn't it?
You're gritty today. I like it.
I'm feeling it.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. 2 yards the loss there. Now 3rd and 14.
Loss of 2 yards leads to 3rd down and 14.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Vikings 7, Bears 0.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. Trying to lay one up deep. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3 and out and giving the ball back to their offense.
It'll be a 41-yard punt, give them 5 on the return. And the Bears take over.
At their own 34-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Throwing Jones. The screen pass here to Cohen. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
They ran that one well. And not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Going to give this time to the tailback. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 34. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Yards. 1st down, Bears.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. This is Cohen. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Jones now off the bootleg, sliding out of the pocket. He'll run it. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
First down, Cohen. Anthony Barr in on the tackle.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
And 6 at the 17-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. From the gun, Jones, flush to his right. And now he's going to use his legs. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
Week 7 action, and we've got a 7-point game here in the second quarter. And this offense hoping to change that right here. And the Bears are going to have a 1st and goal forthcoming as he takes this down to about the 5-yard line.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, we look at a little more of a scat back type, and he's trying to make it happen.
Yeah, they went with the elusive, slippery guy. Couldn't get in there, though. On 2nd down now, it's Cohen. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Yes, indeed. That play there, that reminds me of some of the guys that I played with that have that suddenness, able to get into the backfield almost about the time the ball snapped and make a play. How about that tackle for a loss?
Absolutely. He did a lot of that last week when he was named the NFC Defensive Player of the Week. One of the guys on the team would say, hey, yeah, we called him the disruptor. And that's carrying forward again.
Makes sense, doesn't it?
Once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Now Jones, going to throw on 3rd and goal. And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. Credit the sack to Shaquem Griffin.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if I'm going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Badgley able to knock this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Escaping the pressure right. And incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Love. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
43-yard line.
Love from the gun. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there. With touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
15. And the Bears first down.
A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Off play action. Jones. He's going to fire one deep. It's caught inside the 25. And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Now Jones. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. He's at the 40, the 20, 10, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. The mistakes continuing to pile up, and it looked like they were going to be able to eat into that deficit. Instead, now the deficit is even larger.
Yeah, they were on a march with a chance to get back within a score, but now that deficit continues to grow.
On is Hopkins now for the extra point. And it's 21-3.
Makes the score Vikings 21, Bears 3.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
He'll get that complete to his tight end, Komet. Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Operating from the gun. Jones being chased out left. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
Thrown away and incomplete. It's 3rd down and 4 yards to go.
Face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. This time they stay on the ground. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens.
4th down.
Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And now a high kick here as he'll try to hang it up there. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Mike Badgley set to kick off.
The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the 2nd half. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the 2nd half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the 2nd half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Working out of the gun. Love. And he hits him in stride. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st. He's certainly been a huge factor in this one. He's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the 1st.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, Love. Flushed out right, and this is incomplete.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, Love. He's going to look deep, and it's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Vikings! A big play there. 62 yards. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner.
Dustin Hopkins.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field in this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now with shotgun handoff to Cohen. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Yannick Ngakoue able to record his 5th sack of the season. Here comes the Bears punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Love. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Jackson picks it, and he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. Jones. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
They'll run on first down. It's Cohen. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. In on the stop, it was the UCF product, Shaquem Griffin.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. A yard in the wrong direction. Makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9. From the gun, Jones. The catch made by Miller. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A good pickup, 17 yards and a bare first down.
17 yards.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue, not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice game there for a first down.
Jones on 1st and 10. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 10 more for him on that one. He's been a busy man. It's a first down.
First down Bears.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Glad to have you with us from Minneapolis. 3rd quarter here, 2nd and 10. To throw again, Jones. Oh, Jones has just thrown his 3rd interception. Picked up by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. He's at the 30. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Here's Hopkins now for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Makes the score Vikings 35, Bears 3. Dustin Hopkins.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
19-yard line.
Focus in on
line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Jones looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he goes out right around the 39. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. From the gun, Jones eluding the pressure right. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Off the play fake. Jones. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. But no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
1st down, Chicago.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. On 1st down, it's Cohen. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
They'll roll him out right. He's going to take off with it. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a 1st down.
Bears, 1st down.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And down inside the 15 he goes. A Chicago 1st down there on a gain of 11. Probably wishing that they could have had a few runs like that earlier in the game, now facing this deficit in the 4th.
Hard to criticize a run of that magnitude, but they really need those types of runs to go the distance and need bigger plays to try and get back into this one.
No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. They run the option on 2nd down. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Yannick Ngakoue in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
3rd down. 3rd and long.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 14. Operating from the gun. Jones, flush to his right. And pressure gets to him again.
We've been around this league for a while. Many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
And that was a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone, so give him points for patience as well. Delivered it right where it needed to be for 6 points.
Now the Bears keeping the offense on the field and going for 2. Here's Jones operating from the gun. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone. And that cuts the lead a bit further.
11. Michael Badgley set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. That one looks like he'll throw here. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. From the gun, Love. He sets to fire deep. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
It'll be a 39-yard punt, 4 on the return, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
22-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Off play action. Jones escaping the pressure right. He's going to let it fly. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Off the play fake. Jones. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. It is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position.
Turnover on downs.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Love. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that will extend this big lead. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And this carries into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches, be honest, don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today, coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
3rd down.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
4th down.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. Love now to pass on 1st down. And the ball comes out. Love lost it. And this is picked up by the Bears. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
By Chicago.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Going to give this time to the tailback. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, Jones. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They'll try and run for it. Going absolutely nowhere. He'll wind up losing a yard or 2.
Today's final score, Vikings.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Vikings, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for the Bears, they fall a game under the 500 mark at 3-4 through 7 games. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
I heard a flare gun, I'm ready to race. No, I don't fear none, I'm stuck in my ways. They say I'm the chosen one, to see it in my face. Get this one and I'm holding on, I can't be replaced. I just take a sip when it's split, we on track for the win. Celebrate the win again, celebrate the win again. Take a sip when it's split, we on track for the win. Celebrate the win again, celebrate the win again. Yeah, the sun can't touch me, got a brand new visor, yeah. You're a friend smart, but my bud's wiser, yeah. Get the job done like the equalizer. And I'ma grab another drink, cause tonight I'ma die. I feel like Michael Phelps, hey, diving in this pool. I don't know what we have, hey, I'm just telling you the truth. I heard a flare gun, I'm ready to race. No, I don't fear none, I'm stuck in my ways. They say I'm the chosen one, to see it in my face. Get this one and I'm holding on.